Hey, welcome back to Angry Bird. This is Tyler, and I came across a different perspective, and it gives me hope. And I feel like part of me believes that this perspective might be accurate. Okay, I just read through something, and this guy was basically talking about the jumbotrons and the weather and how he's making it all indoors, and he's telling his people, don't go to the jumbotrons outside. They're not going to be on. Just go inside your motels and watch it from there. And I think, I believe, with based on the story, based on what we're seeing, that he's scared. He's scared that his base might see how little he's supported. I think he's scared that people will see that the base isn't as big as he thinks. It isn't as active as he thinks. And he's not going to put something out there that will make him look bad. And I know he's using the weather, but give it a rest, man. Everybody knows it ain't the weather. Everybody knows it ain't the weather. He actually charged people money to go to it, and then he's not going to give them refunds. And then they can't even watch it on the Jumbotron, even though they're all like, hey, man, we're here. We're all clothed. Let us do it. Right? They're all out there like, wait, what? He's doing what? They're all confused. And some of them feel let down. But it's worse than that, I think. It's worse because he doesn't want anyone to see how he has really no support, how there's barely anyone going. And the indoor thing kind of, 20,000 people to fill it. It is all it will take to make it look like a packed room. And so if the cat gets out of the bag, I mean, his base is pissed. The white nationalist group, the Bannon group, is calling Elon a racist of all things. I mean, we're talking about Bannon here. They're clashing, right? The tech bros are clashing with MAGA now. There's infighting because they fired someone in the GOP. There's all sorts of backstories and shit going on, and there's infighting. They don't want the public to know how many people they tricked, I think, by the votes that they got. There's people out there that believe it was fraud. There could be. I mean, who knows, right? I mean, until there's evidence, though, you guys are just talking, right? So, but what's for sure, absolutely there's evidence of right now, because they're coming out, and they're coming out, and they're coming out. More and more of them are saying, that's not what I voted for. That's not what he said. I thought he was talking about, and they're all pointing different directions, right? They're so fucking confused. The only people not confused are the radicalized base. And what he doesn't want you to see on national TV is how few of them they really are. Because if you were a Trump supporter, okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, drive around everywhere, okay, and count the flags out in the front yards. Those are diehards, my opinion. If you bought a flag, you bought a hat, you're diehard, I think. But for every one of those, how many don't have it? How many don't have a flag? Okay? So you get what I'm saying? The support, the loud support was showing up, but he don't want people to see how little that loud support really was. And, I mean, that's vain, that's ego, but also it's threatening. He's calling this shit a mandate, and he knows he tricked people, and the people that are tricked are all starting to talk. It's all coming to roost tomorrow. And if you're not aware, there are raids planned. There are raids planned on Tuesday from ICE. In big cities, of course. Democratically ran cities, they will say. Sanctuary cities, right? So they're targeting people and communities that offer help to people that need help and try to contribute within those communities. These are people that work. None of them are out there grifting off the system. The grifters are the billionaires in the White House and all their cronies, man. That's the grifters. These people are showing up doing hourly jobs that you don't want to do sometimes. Most people don't like some of those jobs. I don't know if I would mind them all, but some look really tough. And those people are all working those jobs. And then they're going to cities, sanctuary cities, and they're targeting the communities that are most supportive of immigrants. And that's what they're doing. They're starting out with the most supportive groups, and pretty much probably where they would meet, I would imagine, the most resistance and backlash. But being that it's starting on a Tuesday, they're not prepared. These people are not prepared for what's coming. They all knew it was coming, but they're not going to be, ready for that. So, tomorrow, guys, I'm going to leave some TVs on in the house, or I'm going to be on different channels. Nothing's going to be on the inauguration. I want to make sure his ratings look like shit, because he is shit. I will get, after the inauguration, I will get clips. I'll find a way to see the shit that was talked, because you got to know. I mean, we're talking about far-right people in there talking. We're talking about groups of people that mean to do other people harm, all talking now. They intend to go start rounding up people and putting them into prisons now. And it starts Tuesday. And so, just, oh man, it's kind of disheartening thinking about it. But what's not disheartening is knowing that man has so little support. Think about that. He just got us not talking, though, Nobody's talking yet. Think about that. Barely anybody is that radical. Drive around. You'll see. People that voted for Trump didn't all buy flags. People that voted for Trump aren't radicalized. They're just hoodwinked. And we don't know how large that number is. And I think tomorrow would have been the day we would have saw it. We would have saw the protests that showed up yesterday were way bigger than the people that were going to come help support him on this mandated victory. Got to remember those words. That's the big facade right there. If he doesn't show up, there ain't no crowds, then how's that a mandate? If very few people show up and they see that there's barely anyone there and they know they've been tricked, they might start talking. This thing might be unplugged before it even starts if enough people's eyes open up to it. So I love y'all. I hope everybody got that message. Bye.